There you go. I am live.
Okay.
Music.
It's not like you got monetized.
Wow, that's very insulting. Maybe pushing up daisies on the other side. The better shine, don't shine. My laptop is so going to take off charger. Don't shine. Don't show you pushing up daisies on the other side. The hell?
Burp.
Burps loudly.
Sa kapag eh.
Donuts!
Ano, yung chocolate, yung ate mo na
Donuts.
dapat yung sabi ko sa'yo may candy sprinkle, ayaw mo.
Hi, JB. Ah! Again. I literally said I was gonna stream. Someone thumbs. Yeah, I'm doing good, JB. Someone thumps their fist on the storage room door, stirring you from sleep with a jolt and a thud as you fall off the mattress. Scrambling to your feet, you step over to the door and swing it wide open. Vuruu, I need your help! It's at that moment you look down to see Waddles swaddled in her arms, wearing a top hat and a small bow tie. Why is Waddles looking so dapper? He does look pretty dashing, doesn't he? Wait, we're not here to dish out compliments. There's an emergency. I love emergency. What? Mabel stares up at you with wide eyes, her little arms unmoving as Waddles attempts to wriggle free from her grasp. This kid's stronger than she looks. Knowing Mabel, this could mean she has a new crush. From what Dippers told you, she's still deeply rooted on her boy crazy phase, or she desperately wants to wed Waddles to some unsuspecting critter outside. Waddles and Gompers are renewing their vows today, and I can't find Gompers to put on his gown on. You gotta help me find them. You weren't actually expecting your second guest to be right. Okay, wait, Mabel, just calm down for a second. But we need to find Gompers. The ceremony's in 20 minutes. Waddles wriggles himself free and runs down the hallway to freedom, ignoring Mabel's shriek of protest as she chases him. You're compelled to go back to bed, deciding this is almost definitely a dream, but jog off after Mabel regardless. You catch sight of Mabel just as she leaps over Dipper, who's sitting on the floor with a large array of graph paper and chewed pencils. She runs to the back door, suspiciously open, after Waddle's snorting self yelling at him not to lose his tie. What, Mabel? What's going on? Waddle's wedding Gompers? You're a little out of breath. Mabel's fast. Dipper smacks a hand to his forehead, dragging it down his face dramatically. Of course, she told me they're renewing your vows or something. They got married last summer, but she misses the pizzazz of weddings. Dipper looks nonplussed, but you can tell that at least a little invested. Are you gonna help her with whatever that was? I don't even know what's going on. Yeah, that's Mabel for you, but it's hurting, I guess. There's a moment of silence. I'll help you if you do. Thanks, Dipper. And with that, you run past him. Dipper stutters of surprise, growing fainter as you head outside. Mabel's already a ways away when you burst out the shack's backyard. Fortunately, Stan and Ford are nowhere in sight. You're not sure what you'd think of them finding you searching for a goat bride as Mabel calls out to lure Gompers home. Come on, Gompers, I already booked the second honeymoon and the caterers are gonna be mad. Runaway brides are so cliche. She's seriously invested in this farm critter marriage. That or she's watched too many dramatic romance movies. Or both. Gompers, come on, goat pal, where are you? You hear Dipper head towards Mabel to help her look, so you veer opposite, opting to cover more ground in search of the runaway goat bride. Where should you look? You walk backwards and put a hand on your brow to shield your eyes from the sun as you search the scaffolding of the shack. Nothing. You continue walking to the side now until the rays of sunlight obscure the view above the sign for the gift shop. Rather serendipitously, a cloud glides overhead to block the sun, and you're able to look up higher, seeing the misspelled lettering, the various wear and tear in the roof, and a small billy goat munching on a part of the weathervane. Wait. Hey, Mabel! Yeah? Point up into the roof at Gompers. Here comes the bride. Mabel shrieks, Gompers! And sprints to the gift shop, slamming the door so hard the open sign flips to closed. There's a silence for a moment, then flips open on the roof a small balcony, and Mabel pops out from underneath, climbing up onto the roof and then attempting to coax Gompers down. There's a ladder up to that little balcony thing inside the gift shop. It's pretty cool for fireworks. Mabel pulls a sandwich from her sleeve. Can't help but imagine what else she has up there. And waves it in Gompers' direction. And he trots towards the balcony, hopping down to Mabel's level and snatching the sandwich from her hand. She grabs the goat and heads back down the ladder into the gift shop. Oh, Gompers, you can't get the pre-wedding jitters anymore. You're already married. You can't get away that easily. Thanks a billion, V-Vuruu. You saved the wedding. And with that, Mabel gets to work on wrestling Gompers into his dress, yelling commands to Dipper to grab Waddles, who thankfully didn't get his bow tie dirty when he dashed away earlier, and get everything ready for most of the important ceremony in the history of ever. Hi, Kari. Maybe an exaggeration, but Mabel's excitement is undoubtedly contagious. Okay, once Dips finds Waddles, I think we got everything ready. I am, of course, the vicar, caterer, proud mother musical guest combo. Dipper's gonna take pictures for my scrapbook. Hey, I never agreed to that. Dipper, please. I've got an officiate. You mean officiate? See, I'm so busy I can't even talk right. Please, Dipper, I'll help you with some nerd thing later. I pinky swear. Dipper contemplates this, hand on chin, mirroring his Gurgle Ford, of course. As long as you actually do it this time, then yeah, I'll take pictures. What? Mabel jumps down, up and down with excitement, jostling poor Gompers in her arms. Yay! Thank you, Dipper. I owe you one. This is what the best brother looks like right here, V-Vuruu. Ha! Okay, you don't have to do that whole thing again. I'll get back to Waddles. You get back here. Okay, now we have that fixed. That means we have wait. Sue's left already. My ring bearer is gone. Oh no! What are we gonna do, Gompers? Gompers gives an intelligent answer of bah, chewing on his bridal veil. I could ask her, but I don't know. Gompers chooses that moment to look into Mabel's eyes and bleat at her insistently. Bah! Mabel naturally takes this as a sign from a goat. You're right, of course. This is your special day again. Mabel turns to you with pleading eyes. Hey, Vuruu, could you be the new ring bearer for the ceremony? I'm very invested in this partnership, Mabel. I gotta see it through. Mabel beams, obviously very pleased that you're taking this as seriously as she is.
What the?
Thank you, Vuruu. Let's get this show on the road. Or this wedding on the backyard. It still works. Mabel runs back into the house and you hear her thudding upstairs faster than a hungry Waddles. Gompers, thankfully still occupied by the half sandwich Mabel taunted him with, stays put. She comes back soon after with a fluffy purple pillow and 2 clear sticks. After snapping the sticks in half, the glow sticks, she curls them into small bracelet-sized rings. These are so much more fun than rings. Plus, Waddles can put this on his tail to look super handsome. Waddles oinks in agreement. In his mad dash out the house, he's lost his top hat. Hold your hands out, palm up, and get down so you're not as tall. They can't put on the rings on each other if you're way up there. She's got a point. You duck your knees into the dirt and Maple turns your hands palm up, reverently placing the pillow and glow stick rings atop them. Okay, Maple, I'm here with the camera for Vuruu. Why are you on the ground? Rings? They're sonic rings! Get it right! No, they just look like earrings. They're actually sonic rings. You gesture to the happy couple with the wide arc of your arm. They need a ring bearer. Well, I guess they do. Mabel nods, small hands on her hips. She looks over the wedding scene and mumbles to herself, checking off things off of a mental checklist. Okay, I think we have. Wait! I forgot the flower petals! I'll be right back. Earrings, earrings, earrings! Stop it! And she's gone again, leaving you alone with a pig groom and a goat bride, and 2 glow sticks bands of matrimony, goatrimony. That kind of works. You try not to crack on that pun on Dipper, who's examining his disposable camera. He pops the back open and sighs, smacking a hand to his forehead. This one's out of film. It must have been the one Mabel used at Candy's party. He looks up at you and shrugs. I'll go get one of my spares. Make sure these 2 don't go anywhere, or maybe well, you know Mabel. You haven't known Mabel as long as Dipper has, but you understand immediately. Mabel leaving like my grades? Yeah, our grades are below hell itself. You're left alone in the backyard with a groom's pig and a bride goat, 2 glow sticks, and a broken disposable camera. While you'd love you to say that you've absolutely been in this situation before, you unfortunately have not. Oh no. I'm really happy for you both, Waddles and Gompers. Both animals turn to you, nonchalant to the current state of events. But I can't believe Mabel forgot the flower petals. Jeez. Just as you continue to the one-sided conversation between human, goat, and pig, you hear 2 voices coming from the house. 2 very familiar voices. Listen, Sixer, if you hadn't gone off about the wobbly junker, the gobble wonker, Stanley, has Dipper never really told you? Then you wouldn't have freaked out the kid at the store. We needed, and we'd have, oh, I don't know, the stuff to fix my house after you got a car stuck in it. JB says that he can hear your laptop. It's still my house. And besides, if he was a fisherman, you need to know. Both standing forward around the corners to find you sitting on your heels next to Waddles and Gompers, brandishing a pillow and gold sticks in the dirt. 3 of you stare at each other in silence. Mabel needed a ring bearer for the wedding. It's that moment that Mabel kicks down the back door, runs to your side, and throws rose petals atop your head. Ta-da! You blow a rose petal off with the tip of your nose and grin at Mabel. I think our bride and groom are ready to renew their vows, don't you? Mabel nods empathetically at you before turning to her grunkles, letting up a 100-watt smile. Yes, Grunkle Stan and Grunkle Ford, you guys got back just in time. And just like that, Mabel pushes Stan and Ford towards you and tugs their hands so they sit across from you. Stan complains about his knees, and Ford asks Dipper why exactly the pig and the goat are betrothed. Fits with what you know about the both at this point. Mabel makes her way to the wedding and you sit cross-legged. The pillow and glow sticks on your lap. Every so often, Mabel stifles a theatrical sob, wiping a very real tear from her eye before she turns to you for the rings. Oh, Mabel, how should the betrothed wear their rings since they don't have ring fingers? You just realized that Stanley's teeth are so yellow? You just realized, JB? Just put it on where they think fit best. Standing up, you grab a ring in each hand, flip over one of the ear of each animal, so disco. Ooh, that looks great. They're like extra on a really cool music video now. Music video now. Vuruu, that's such a cute idea. Dipper reappears with a new camera and Mabel throws more rose petals at him. A few get stuck in his fluffy hat and he rolls his eyes, but retaliates by taking a very close-up picture, the flash temporarily blinding her. Hey, sing the... What the fuck?
What do you mean?
Hey, save the film for the I can't say this. Renewally weds. I need plenty of pictures for my scrapbook. You owe me a new camera for this, Mabel. He sounds annoyed, but his fond sibling gives him a smile, gives him away, and starts taking pictures of the happy couple, getting odd angles as Mabel pushes them into silly poses. You step away from the scene and you go back into the house. Being the ring bearer is thirsty work. I can't read. Being the ring bearer is thirsty work, but Stan and Ford stop you before you can make it to the door. Sam. Hey Vuruu, thanks for playing along with Mabel with the whole wedding thing. We're both glad that you're willing to entertain her whenever we're gone. She did not make you do it, did she? Oh, she did it. Oh, she didn't. She needed a ring bearer, so I stepped up to help. Stan and Ford matching eyebrows at you. I'm very invested in the marriage of a goat and a pig, you know. The three of you laugh and Stan pats your shoulder. Ford gives you a warm smile. Well, I'm glad you're so as into all that as she is. Thank you for that. Yeah, kid, that's nice of you to be nice to her, you know. Stan clears his throat awkwardly, rubbing the back of his neck. Thanks for playing with Mabel and her weird wedding thing. Looks like she likes you. It's not hard, but still. He gives you a genuinely grateful smile and that you easily return. It's no problem, really. I'm happy to keep her and Dipper happy where I can. Stan nods at you, pink at the cheeks before going past you and heading into the house. You swear you see Ford give him a funny look, but you could just be imagining it. Does Pacifica? No, Pacifica does not. No? Why would you even think that? Hey Vuruu, you're gonna miss the party. We got popsicles. I call the red ones. Pineapples, the ones are mine. I call dibs. But the pineapple ones are the best ones. Mabel and Stan wrestle over a yellow popsicle while Dipper contentedly unwraps a red one, holding it above his head out of Gomper's way. Ford gingerly picks out a purple ice pop and leaves the ice chest open for you to grab one as well. The reader The players aged up. No, wait. No, wait. No, wait. Hey! Hey, that's not Sigma of you saying it out in the open. Delete that. Delete that. Oh wait, I can delete it myself. Wait. No, I can't. Hey, moderator, can you go into the chat and delete that? Comment by JB. And you're 13.
I can't see it.
You can't see the chat? Refresh. No, he already deleted it.
Good. Maybe I will punch you.
Just don't say anything about age.
Okay.
The book. While Stan and Mabel aren't looking, you hide the pineapple popsicles at the bottom of the chest. Dipper sees it and starts laughing, but doesn't tell. They're a strange bunch. These two sets of pine twins, but they're certainly making your summer a whole lot more interesting as your stay at the mystery shack continues. Your wreck of a car sitting outside in the heat of the setting sun. It's another day of the summer, with nothing to do but wait. Your schedule is surprisingly clear today. Stan usually has something going on for you to help with, or if not, Ford, Suze, or the kids do. Do you want to find Stan? You pass through the living room and Mabel spots you from her seat at the table. Vuruu, I was hoping to see you. Come on, I want to ask you something. Mabel points down at the table where a raspberry pink colored pencil of her art supplies scattered across the table lie across various sheets of paper with brightly colored doodles and lots of glitter. You see a drawing that looks like a cross between Barney and Godzilla in a page full of puppies, and a page with a drawing that kind of looks like you. Is that Ford or Stan? It was not finished with it yet, but telltale jawline gives it away. You sit down at the table across from Mabel and suddenly get the feeling that you didn't get at the job interview. It's intensified when she pushes her organized chaos of papers aside and steeples her fingers over the table surface. Vuruu, I'll be frank. I've been trying to find a match for my grunkles for a while, but I've never seemed to get their matches made. Sorry, a match? But then, it's like you were pulled from thin air, attracted to the shack by a magnet of love. It was a sign. And this week just made the chemistry you share with him obvious. You know who I'm talking about, right? From the screen, to the ring, to the pen, to the king. Where's my crown? That's my bling. Always drama when I ring. Stan. Exactly. Coco Stan says he's not looking for love anymore, but I think that he says that after every rejection. He's romantic deep down. I can feel it. And you know what they say, even if you're not looking for it, love will find you no matter what. Love? Are you seriously gonna play that? Love? That's a jump to say the least. Well, you've certainly had time to form your opinion of Stan, and it's shifted and changed with every additional minute. He's got his own fair share of mysteries, and damn it, you're curious. There's plenty of potential there. I can see it in your face. You know what would really get this chemistry going? Talking to him? Poof, what? No, I'm thinking about something more romantic. Hold on, I'm getting an idea. I'll get everything ready. Vuruu, you just focus on falling completely and utterly in love. Matchmaker Mabel is back in game. From the hawk to the Tua to the Riz to the edge, with Makiat, that's my Sigma always moving when I rain. I don't even know what the frick is a hawk Tua.
Oh.
No, I don't.
I am very excited.
Legit, I don't know. Somebody elaborate.
Phoebe, go ahead and tell her.
Just as you exit the talk of Maple, you run into Dipper right outside the living room, and it seems like it wasn't an accident either. His arms are crossed and he's looking at you dubiously. So I heard about Maple's plan. How do you... I just left the room. Well, yeah, word travels fast, and Maple sends out a mass update text. His defensive posture softens a bit. Just tell me one thing. I know my grunkles can look after themselves, but can you promise that you won't hurt Uncle Stan? You can trust me. Okay, Vuruu, I'm remembering that. A text notification sounds and Dipper checks his phone. And be ready tomorrow afternoon for your lakeside date with Grunkle Stan? Lakeside? That's new. Ugh, this feels awkward enough. No offense, Vuruu, it's just my Grunkle Stan is actually going on a date? Do old people even date? Kind of hard to wrap my head around.
How old is he?
Who? Dipper?
No.
Who? You know the name. Ford? Stanford?
Yeah.
He's around his 50s to 60s. Anyways, they're talking about Stan, not Ford. Furby!
When you say Fur.
I hope Maple doesn't ask me for my help tomorrow. I mean, I have enough trouble trying to stay for myself. People calls down from upstairs. Hey, Dip Dop, I'm gonna need your help tomorrow. Well, never mind. That night, you head back to your room, ready to go bed, but mentally still stuck on that interesting conversation earlier of Maple. Maple had already put her plan into motion over dinner. Putting out Stan had been planning to take the kids to the lake tomorrow to go fishing. And lucky you, Maple managed to score you an invite. Waddles joins you, surprisingly, and you have some fun petting his belly and taking pictures as a distraction from your thoughts. It's almost like he knew something was up. Or did Mabel send him? Is he infiltrating your safety zone for intel? You decide not. Laying back onto your mattress and to try and relax, Waddle settles by your side, snuggling up. Thanks for the support, little buddy. Eventually, you get tired of your phone and decide to close your eyes, but you can't stop thinking about what Mabel said. Stan, or romantic. Is that what Mabel said? Yeah, right, no way. I mean, he was. He had multiple wives, didn't he? I do know that he had multiple wives. Maybe charming in his own way, sure, but the type of guy to go on an actual date planned by Mabel? What is Mabel planning anyway? She might go for something fancy or formal, but Stan really seems in his element with the hands-on, nitty-gritty stuff. Hopefully calling it a date won't ruin the natural thing you have going. Your eyes finally close for good, feeling weighted up, down, and heavy. You give Waddles a pat while you still can before slipping into unconsciousness. You slip out of the dream and back into your room in real life. The sky is light outside, and groggily, you feel regret as you realize Waddles' comforting weight isn't there anymore. Wait, that's not what you're regretting. You're regretting at the end of what you feel like was a really good dream. Stan had taken you with him to the lake, you think, and you somehow ended up in the water. Sunlight streamed down on him and he grinned at you, his white shirt sticking wet to his skin. That'd be a day, alright. It's the last thing you're expecting from today. Laughing quietly at yourself, you glance at the clock to see it's time to get ready for the day anyway. A little while later, you're dressed for the day at the lake, meaning dressed for a regular day of the summer. You're not sure what to expect, so you keep casual. You would have eaten breakfast with Stan and the kids, but you were barred from the kitchen by Mabel, who's shielding you from a surprise. Instead, you were handed a slice of toast topped with a cheerfully sunny side up egg and waved outside. Now that you're out in the sunlight, you can see that Mabel stuck to a smiley face sticker on the top of the egg. Peel it off and shrug and again. Leaning against the scarlet door of El Diablo, you stare up at the totem pole outside the shack, thinking about how it both stands out and fits perfectly in with the shack's aesthetic. Obviously, the part of the weirdness of the tourist stop, but you're not sure why. It looks pretty well made, even if it's kind of creepy. That whenever you move the eyes at the top seems to follow you. Suddenly, the front door of the house bursts open, and a flurry of sequins and glittery hair clips flies attached to a very excited baby. Guru, are you ready? You're not spying on any conspiratory nudges or winks, so you kind of think Maples dropped the whole date upset thing, at least for the moment. For what? Fishing? Yeah, aren't you excited? This isn't a regular lake fishing. This is the Lake Gravity Falls fishing, where adventure awaits. Danger is hot on your heels, and the islands shift and move in the corner of your eyes. The what move? Are we talking about the Scuttlebutt Island? I love telling that one. So we're out on the shore, right? And we saw this giant. Hey, you kids better not be giving Brew that lake monster story again. Stan comes out of the shack with several fishing rods in the crook of his arm, and as well as a large tackle box in his right hand. In his other hand are four fishing hats with haphazard embroidery on the front of two of them. A closer look reveals that there's actually names to the hats, reading Mabel and the Bee. Stan, you don't have to pretend to not believe us anymore. I swear it really happened. It just rose right out of the water and started chasing us. We had to throw back as fast as we could, and it was speaking in a creepy monster language. And what did I say? No more of that monster talk, or you're gonna scare Furu away. You both kids look a little disappointed, but leave it at that. Stan puts on a smile and drops Dipper and Maple's respective fishing hats on their heads, and Maple takes her on while running to the car, while Dipper follows, exchanging his usual hat for the fishing one. Stan looks up for them and then first turns to face you. Kids love to exaggerate. Be sure it wasn't that horrifying. Besides, I've been through worse. You hear that, kids? Your only grumpy Stan's got the right to complain. Stan hefts his fishing supplies over one arm, using the other to dig down to his pocket for car keys. He tosses the rods, hats, and tackle box inside. Mabel's hand darts in before Stan can close the trunk, grabbing a hat before you can tell what it says. It's shoved onto your hands, and you can smooth out the crack back to see through. Stan groans. Mabel, I thought I told you that I wasn't gonna give it to her. But you worked so hard stitching it this morning. You even got the letters right away on, mostly. Aw, that's nice. You made a little hat? I mean, he stitched the name onto the hat. That's cute. Aww. Are you embarrassed? Mabel gets into the back seat next to Dipper, leaving you to look at the hat more closely. The sewing is a little messy on one of the letters is backwards, but Stan clearly put some amount of care into it. Speaking of Stan, he's staring at the hat and Mabel shoved at you, thinking of something to say. Mabel thought she ate, but she didn't even 7. What? Stan scratches the back of his head and shrugs a little. Yeah, Mabel wouldn't let me leave it until I gave you one. Said it was nicer for all of us to have matching hats or something. That's nice. You put it on and beam at Stan. He doesn't respond, just reaching up and closing the trunk, but he looks a little almost too privately pleased to give comment. Come on, let's get into the lake before all the tourists take the good parking spots. The parking lot is far less packed than Stan made it out to be. The weather brought out the true fishing fanatics. Recognized a few customers from the shack's gift shop stop milling about. There are a couple clouds out, and the sunshine is warm against your skin as you step out of the car, and shields your eyes from the light as you look out over the lake. What? Oh no, it's a clam. It's a clam. It's not a fish eating something. It's clam. If you notice, there was stickers over down here that represents each character. A few boats bobbing up and down. What? A few boats bobbing up and down in the blue-gray water sport telltale sign of fellow fishers with poles sticking out the boat's edges. Ugh. Yeah, it's a clam. I can't read. But some people are just relaxing in the water. Families sit on the beach towels and some bathe. You spot a couple kids standing in the line for a hot dog stand. For a small town, this place is pretty lively. Mabel and Dipper run out into the show where a splash from Mabel soon devolves the moment into a contest who could splash the worst. You grin at them and their laughter, but a quiet grunt from behind you catches your attention. Left to get everything out of the truck. Stan struggles to get the fishing equipment out without dropping anything. Hey, need some help? Stan glances up at you. It's really not that much, you know. Not even a couple poles. Stan considers that for a moment, then hands you four fishing poles. Think you can handle that on your own? What? Under the crushing weight of the couple fishing poles? I think I can manage. You hear Mabel's voice from the distance away to the shore. Truce, hold on, I've got a phone call. You see Mabel taking out her cell phone as Dipper takes the opportunity to start wringing out the parts of his shirt. Okay, I'll be there at 5. Bye, Grenda. Mabel hangs up and rushes to you and Stan. Uncle Stan, I'm really sorry, but an emergency is happening right now as we speak. What, is somebody dying? No, the opposite. A birthing. Grenda Jr. is having a baby right now, and Grenda needs me there for brotherly support. Uncle Stan, you gotta let me go. Stan scratches his head and frowns. I don't know, sweetie. I thought we were all gonna go fishing today. Can't you hold it in? Isn't that a thing that happens? Nope, it's not every day I get to see the wonders of iguana childbirth. Uncle Stan, please. Mabel gives him those pats in Mabel's puppy eyes. Stan lets out a heavy sigh, shakes his head and smiles. Alright, Pumpkin, go on. I know your friend is waiting for you. Thank you! Mabel wraps her arms around Stan's waist and gives him a strong hug, her wide grin never faltering. She then lets go and grabs Dipper's wrist before dashing off. I'm taking Dipper for moral support. Wait, I didn't agree to this. Mabel, wait. Hey! You left us alone! This was your plan all along! First, when we did Stanford's run, you wanted us to make 100 cupcakes for something about Grenda. And then this one, Stan's, Grenda's iguana is giving birth? Oh yeah, sure. Or you're carrying his bosom. What the fudge? I'm wagging my finger at
So
you,
you just
JB. Yeah. I'm wagging. Ah! He said, Vuru and Stanley stranded in a beach. Kissing. I thought lizards hatch from eggs. Thought so too, but hell, it's even weirder. Best not to question it, kid. Before you delve too deeply in the thought of live birth lizards, your phone buzzes in your pocket. You pull it out, it's a text from Mabel. Hi, Buru, I fixed you up so that you will get a whole day with Uncle Stan. Have fun. What groan? What groan? Was it me going, ah? Oh shit, I gotta go. Brenda says that Brenda is getting closer to baby time. See ya. That clever little devil. Something wrong? Nah, it's just Mabel says that she's going to send lots of pictures of the newborn lizard. Well, come on. Let's get to the fishing before it gets dark out. Towards the end of the first pier, docked with only a frayed length of pipe and is a sad-looking dinghy with the word Stano Bar brushed on its thick black paint. You note a small rusting motor on its stern that looks like as if it's going to fall apart at any moment, and what looks like a hastily made patch on the side. There's no way this thing is watertight. Stan sets the two poles down inside, along with the tackle box, and gestures at the boat. Well, there she is. A beauty, ain't she? Well, you look at Stan, then back at the boat, then back at him. It's a bit small, don't you think? Stan crosses his arms. What, are you gonna say you haven't got a problem with a boat? No, it's just... Which one? Which one? Carb capacity, elbow room, safety concerns. Safety concerns. Stan, how old is the boat anyway? He's been around the block. Why you're asking, Stan? No one ever said the truth was painless. This boat really looks really unsafe. Are you sure there's not a spare boat we could rent? Aw. Stan looks hurt by your comment and glances sadly over at Stan Omar. His posture slumps a little, but he starts wringing his hands a little. With the lake this busy? Nah. This is the only boat around. Damn. Aw, that's sad. He scratches at the back of his head nervously and mutters under his breath something about the repairs, then turns back to you. It's been around this long. I'm sure it won't quit on us today. I hope so too. Stan climbs into the boat first and offers you a hand. Steady yourself as you follow him down. The boat wobbles a little, swaying dangerously away from your body, but Stan's grip is firm and you're able to get in with the boat without accident. Whoa there, careful now. Wouldn't want you to get wet before we even started. That's what she said. The footing is a little tricky. See, the Blanco has a habit of moving and tipping this boat the whole way over. And when that happens, you want to swing your weight over here. Okay, no, I'm getting out. Stan chuckles heartily, making it clear that he was joking, and you're relieved. You notice that he's still holding your hand from us earlier. I'm just messing with you. Don't worry, you're not gonna get wet tits. You're in good hands. And this isn't the only fishing vessel I know. The other one's bigger, called the Stano War too. Creative. Hey, I'm not joking this time. I've got pictures. Hold on. And you, quit standing. Take a seat. Don't want you losing your balance. You sit and watch as Stan digs out his wallet and opens it. It's so full of photos that several come come free, fluttering down the surface of the boat. As you pick it up, you can see the pictures of Susan the kid and a teenager you've been told is Wendy. This is the Santa War, too. And hands you an unfolded photo which depicts him and Ford standing proudly at the deck on the deck of a comparatively larger, newer, and safer-looking vessel than the one that you're in now. It's docked in a place that you don't recognize. The sky is bright blue and cloudless. She's a Brazilian one, sailed all over and never let me down once. You think Stanley's bonkers? Don't ask me that. I don't know that. Well, until me and Ford came back to Oregon, poof, she sputtered out and we had to send her in for repairs. Something about sailing in extreme environments. Point is, I'm back down to the Santa War Mark 1 over here. This old girl's got her quirks, but she's reliable. I'm guessing this one needs fixing pretty often. Yeah, just like my El Diablo every time it broke down. I just picked him up again. Learned real quick on what to do and what not to do under the hood. He chuckles to himself and dusts off his hands before presenting his outstretched palm to you. You see that big scar? You see that big scar across my palm? I told the kids I got it fighting off a grizzly bear. Heh, you should have seen the look on their faces. Thought I was some kind of hero, you know. Why you're telling me this? But the real story is I burnt it on the engine. When I was 16. Must have thought I was hot stuff, trying to change the oil while the car was running. Oh my God, were you alright? That must have been so painful. My pops called me an idiot for thinking the engine wasn't hot, but my mom cleaned me up in the end. You remember you're still holding his photos and you handed them all back, which he returns to his wallet and moves them to the goods. What? Why is Figure and Sebastian so scrunkly? If you watch JJK, you're definitely gonna be a Sata solution. I don't even. Oh. Okay. Oh, those two. I don't know. Satus. Hey, does that wallet just carry photos, or just hold it, or does it hold money from time to time? Stan chuckles at your teasing. Nah, I just keep a lot of photos in there to remember. Keeps me grounded. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. Stan turns, busying himself with the cranking of the motor, and with a few pulls, it sputters to life, expelling a thick plum of exhaust. He coughs and attempts to wave it away quickly. Stan gives the motor a couple of good thumps and it quits coughing. The engine's moving out into a much gentler thrum. From here, he's back to focusing on untying. Sorry. From there, he's back to focusing on untying the boat from the pier and easing it out into the open water of the lake. Glancing around, you spot the two policemen from your night in the clink. You immediately duck out of sight, hoping not to be seen, and turns his head and notices you were struck. Fuck. You're hiding from the sun or something? No, this dude comes from a few days ago. He whips his head around spots and love. I can't talk. And lets out a laugh so loud it startles you. Oh, Blubs and Derlin, hi. I told you those two are harmless, and besides, I think today they're a little bit more focused on each other than us. You pick your head over and edge of the boat just enough to check out Stan's flame. Sure enough, the two cops seem engrossed only in each other, laughing and applying sunscreen to each other's skin. It's cute, you think, and a relief that they're not on the lookout to arrest you and Stan again. Phew, thank goodness, that cell was way too cold to go back into. Stan gives you a nod of agreement, opening the tackle box. There's a bunch of colorful lures inside, and a few hooks and some spare strings for the poles. He motions for you to hand him your pole, and within moments he's got a hook tied into the end of your line. You live bait or lure or you a live bait or lure kind of person. Is this important? No, it isn't. Probably not. Probably lure. Ah, gotcha. I'm a live bait man myself, but I bet I can swing you over to my side in no time. Stan picks out a feathered lure from the tackle box and attaches it to the end of your line, then hands you back your pole. The both of you settle into the relative quiet. Give me a second. As you wait for the bite. As you wait for the bite, you look over at the lake at the other people outside today. Whether because he noticed or whether he was just feeling to lull in the conversation, Stan starts pointing out the faces of the locals, putting names to them and giving you a little background on each person. You realize that the background info has too much of his opinion mixed in to be useful, but tries to remember their names anyway. Still, time passed easily, and you soon found yourself reeling in quite a few catches of your own. Looking over at Stan, you clearly managed to catch more, but he dismisses the difference with the excuse that his luck's just waiting to kick in at any moment now. Seriously, any moment. Guess you can say Stanley is a masturbator. Damn. Oh, he glares at the lake for a moment, then lets it go, leaning back with a sigh. Phew, I think it's time for a water break, don't you? Trying to distract me so you gain the advantage? Heh. Hey, if you faint out here, that's not gonna be on me, kid. You want a bottle or not? Okay, toss me one, would you? Ow, my eye. Stan leans down and digs around in the bottom of the boat towards the bow and comes away with two bottles of water, wet and condensation. He smiles and tosses you a bottle, and you catch it, twisting off the cap and taking a grateful sip. Until now, you hadn't realized how thirsty you actually were. You sound sour, don't you? Skibidi toilet. Stan takes out his bottle and starts chugging the water, literally more thirsty than you are. Some of the water slips past the opening and drips down on his chin, and onto his shirt, darkening the fabric. Your palms suddenly feel sweaty. You can't look away. Stan notices you staring and swallows, taking the bottle away and licking off the stray moisture on his lips. That's awkward. Your eyes both meet. For a long moment, you just stare at each other, neither daring to take a breath. Stan licks up his lips again, slowly this time, almost deliberately so. The sound of the motor brakes in the silence. You whip your head around just in time to see a speedboat tear past you at a speed that's definitely illegal for a lake as small as this one. You have a half mind to share a very rude gesture to the driver, but suddenly stand grabbing your hand and shouting, "Look out!" What the? Because the massive wave created in the speedboat's wake is headed in your direction. It slams into the dinghy and then rocks it off balance, tipping it dangerously to the one side before dumping you both under the water, fish and all. Then you proceed to put Stanley inside a jar. The water is cold, almost bitterly for so being the middle of summer, and despite surfacing nearly instantly. You're already soaked and shivering. The poles, the tackle box, and the fish are long gone. The boat floats on upturned some distance to your right. You swim over to it and grip onto the curved underbelly, gasping for air. You hear Stan fluttering behind you, making his way to the boat. He's yelling at the offending boat, using some very colorful terms you've never heard of before, but take a mental note to remember later for prosperity. Prosperity. Once he makes it to the stand of war, he sags heavily against the wood, taking in deep, measured breaths. He too is completely soaked in his wet shirt clings tightly to his body. And his chest heaves. You can't help but look your fill and pretend to be very invested in scanning the life for two policemen when Stan looks your way. Well, that's one disaster of a fishing trip. You can say that again. Stan lets out a disappointed groan and starts pulling off his jacket before tossing it on the upturned boat. What are we gonna tell Dipper and Maple that their old uncle has lost his fishing touch? Ha! You wish I could fish you outfish you any day. I would like to see you try, old man. Old man, why I oughta? He splashes water on you. You shriek in mock outrage before a wicked grin fills your face.
I think my mouse is scared.
Your mouse is so scared, bro. Splash him back. You rake your arm through the water, creating a big wave enough that splashes Stan, re-soaking him from head to chest. He looks shocked for a moment before letting out a deep belly laugh and returning the gesture with an even bigger splash. By the time Blubs and Durland came to rescue you, you both were so utterly soaked from the impromptu battle. There's no way you're drying off in the sun. You and Stan exchange giddy smiles, and as Blubs heads back to the shore, and something tells you that despite all the losing all the fish, you weren't going back empty-handed, and neither was Stan. The walk back to the car is now slow and methodical, a relief after the adrenaline rush you'd had just a little while ago. Stan wringing out his jacket, muttering under his breath something about damaging good Moroccan leather, when a sudden and violent cold rushes through your body. Despite the warmth of the sun, your soaked clothes and clammy skin from the water all catch up at once as you start shivering. Oh geez, here, take my jacket. Before you could protest, Stan is ripping his jacket around your shoulders. It's damp, but you're completely surrounded by the sense of warmth, and your chills subside just a little bit. Somehow, despite having taken a dunk in the lake along with the rest of him, the jacket smells good. It's got a faint, woodsy smell to it, a hint of smokiness. It takes everything in you not to bury your nose into the thick of it. While you're busy taking in the jacket, Stan hops into the driver's seat and has the El Diablo cranked and running in a flash. You need a ride back? Stan, you are my ride. I know, I'm just teasing ya. He reaches across the bench seat and opens the passenger door, motioning for you to come inside. Come on, let's get back to the shack. It's a lot warmer in here than out there, you know. Stan clicks on the radio while you're cruising down the road and a good song comes on. One you both know the words to. Stan is humming along quietly and you pretend not to notice and not wanting to ruin the good thing. I need a charge, just wait. Pretend not to notice, not wanting to ruin the good thing. The breeze from the open window is calming, and as the trees whiz by, you don't regret by getting soaked anymore. It's not long before Stan pulls up to the shack and shuts off the El Diablo, and you both exit the car. Your limbs cramp and pop from exertion. And only now you realize how just as exhausted you feel from this day's adventure. Man, you'd kill for a nice warm dry bed about now. Hey Buru, Stan holds for a moment and scratches the back of his head nervously, looking at the ground, shuffling his feet back and forth, trying to find the right words to say. Kinda feel bad about getting you all sick today. I promised you'd be in good hands, and then everything went right to hell in a handbasket, didn't it? Stan, it's fine, really. Do you like campfires? What? I asked if you like campfires. Mm. Yeah, I like campfires. Great, hold on. I'll be just a few minutes. You're left confused and standing in the backyard of the shack as Stan dashes inside, slamming the door shut as he goes. A chill breeze whips through the trees and you shiver. Despite Stan's jacket, you're still a little damp, and being exposed like this, it certainly doesn't help matters. You check up on your phone, and after several minutes, are ready to give up and head inside the shack. When Stan comes through the back door, arms full of marshmallows. Come here, I want to show you something. Curious, you follow him over to what appears to be a makeshift fire pit. There's already wood and kindling inside, and the both of you wonders if Stan's always kept firewood around, or if he just prepared just for you. He pulls out a bucket back, but what the He pulls a book of matches from his pocket and strikes a match, the head bursting into a bright yellow flame. He tosses it into the wood pile, and gradually the kindling ignites. It's not long before you have a modest but warm fire at your feet. I figured you're still pretty damped, and I'm pretty sure you're hungry as hell since we didn't catch any fish, so he trails off and gestures at the fire and the marshmallows again. It's the least I could do after screwing up your day. Stan. Thank you. Thanks. I really needed this fire. Stan gives you an easy smile in return. Glad I could help. Hell, I need this too. I took more of a dip than you did. Oh, no way, I'm more stoked than you are. Wanna bet? You both laugh, settling down by the fire to finally warm up. You're not sure how long you'll sit up by the fire roasting marshmallows over the open flame. Stan's burnt his mouth more times than you can count, trying to eat a marshmallow far too soon. You burned enough of the tree to make even the Stay Puft Man weep. Stan plucks another marshmallow out of the bag and turns it over to his fingers and a few times like he's contemplating something, before turning back to face you. You ever played catch with these? Huh? I mean toss them and try to catch them again with your mouth. Yeah, who doesn't do that? Hey, I thought I'd ask. You never know of some people these days. Suddenly, a grin spreads across his lips, and he tosses a marshmallow in the air straight towards you. Catch! You lean back and open your mouth just in time for the marshmallow to sail right through your lips and into your mouth. You bite down, chewing on a triumphant grin. Victory has never tasted sweeter. Suddenly, the back door flies open, and out come Dipper and Mabel running up to the campfire excitedly. They're both in pajamas, but look wide awake as ever, and already snatching up the marshmallow bag to dig in. Are these marshmallows? Come on, Stan, why didn't you tell us you were roasting marshmallows? Because you were in bed, you should be in bed, pumpkin, that's why. He ruffles Mabel's hair affectionately and pulls her onto his lap, handling her his roasting sticks. Nope, we're teenagers now. Teenagers don't have bedtimes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, the car did get fixed. Yeah, exactly. So, Grunkle Stan, answer still no. Kid, you cannot go out on a 3-day camping trip to track ghost prints. But Grunkle Ford supports my theory. If you ask me, your Grunkle Ford needs a bedtime too. So, how was the live lizard birth? Oh, it was so exciting. What? lot of machine guns.
I don't know
She didn't even realize Granda Junior Extreme was being born before her very eyes. And then, wait, Dipper, you tell them the rest. Why don't you keep telling it? I didn't get a great look. But I gave you a front row seat right next to me. You said the whole thing up close, intimately, and forgettably. Dipper shivers and not from the chill of the night air. Okay, fine. So Greta Junior Extreme, impudently Dipper. Isn't the cutest thing? Little dipped up, mom. No, it's not. I'm not little. I'm manly. You and Stan chuckle at the kids' antics and give each other knowing glances as you each pop another marshmallow into your mouths. The fire crackles and you draw Stan's jacket further around yourself, feeling truly warm for the first time today. Yay! 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 Mm.
Ooh.
Okay, let's continue. Actually, wait. Food break. I'm getting a donut. Damn it.
Come here for a sec. Yeah. If you take this out of context, what do you think? Take this out of context.
I know, Mom. Uh, a lot of things.
What's the first one?
There's a lot of things.
Oh god, Ben got a loose shot. Pero gusto rin niya na ba yung isa na? Ha? Ba? Yung isa yung saka yung isa yung pinili mo. Dalawa na.
Yummy.
Ayan, tatlo yung sa kanya yung ganyan. Dapat. Eh, wala naman siyang ibang flavor na gusto. Ba't sinasabi mo
Don't
why? Pinapapili nga kita kanina ng ano. Hindi ka naman nagpili. Dalawa lang ako napili.
Wala ito siya.
Ano pinili mo yung may chocolate crinkle? Yung may mga candy. Parang hindi na yung strawberry. Yung sumasagot kanina eh. Kaya naman pinapapili. Diba, miss, wala talagang pipiliin dahil chocolate lang ang gusto niya. Kaya ito ang tinatanong ko kanina eh.
Oh god, Ben
new day, and you wake up early, grasp with a desire to go outdoors. You decide breakfast for one it doesn't sound too bad, and maybe we'll walk. Greasy's isn't too far, and food there was pretty good. You'll be back before anyone knows you're even gone. To fend against the morning chill, you pull on stand jacket, which you haven't returned from yesterday. You didn't see him when he got up, so it wouldn't hurt to wear it one more time, would it? You still have the jacket. Hello, Candy Cutie Tea. You expected there to be more people? Ha, you overestimate me. I don't have any people to watch me do this. Anyways. When you arrive at the Greasy's diner, you're immediately greeted with a scent of fresh coffee and sizzling bacon. Looking around at the other diners, you'd guess this is the breakfast rush. Of course, in a small town like this, that means about a dozen other people are here. You've only been in Gravity Falls a week, but you're starting to learn some of the names. And Stan's refresher yesterday seemed to help some too. That big, burly guy over there with some bushy red beard is struggling to recall his name. Let's see, it was I can't. You didn't respond. That's something saying. Having embarrassed yourself enough for one morning, you awkwardly sit down at one of the booths alone. That is just sad. You seat yourself at an empty booth near the far corner. After a few moments, the waitress approaches your table and you recognize her as Lazy Susie. So, stranger, not here with the Pines this time, huh? What's your name anyway? Oh, I'm Vuruu. Well, Vuruu, what can I get for you? You give Lazy Susan your order and she leaves you alone at your booth, left to wait. Your thoughts drift around towards Stan. Your eyes drift easily closed. You find it's still early enough to be in the morning and to be tired. The comforting weight of the jacket, his jacket on you. You imagine how Stan's embrace might feel the strong arms around you. He used the box, didn't he? You wonder how he looked like that. And then you remembered his offer to teach you a thing or two. Imagine how he'd look giving you private lessons, and despite knowing it'd be unrealistic. Damn, what the fudge? The image comes to mind. What was that? You snap back to the awareness of your surroundings, face flush of heat and embarrassment. You shake off those thoughts. There's a chill of the morning when you need it. At that moment, Lazy Susan comes back with your order. God, it smells really good. Here you go. So I've been seeing you around here with the Pines. Haven't given the chance to talk to you yet. Mind if I stay for a bit? Not at all. So how long have you lived here in Gravity Falls? Oh, my whole life. Besides what happened last summer, it's always been a nice town, nice people, and nice food, right? Yeah, it's nice, but what happened last summer, if you don't mind me asking? Oh, well, never mind all that. Do you know Stanley Pines? She laughs. Who doesn't? Oh, he's a real charmer, handsome fella. We almost had something once, but it didn't really work out. It's strange, I called him every night. So, how are things going with him? What? You two looked really close. What the fudge? You two looked close. Saw you on the lake while I was fishing for dinner. But bet he's a real catch of the rest of the day, am I right? Laughing, Lazy Susan elbows you companionably, but you're speechless. She winds down with a sigh. Am I right? I'm right. As for about the diner, sorry you don't know? Gosh, no, I'm just a waitress. Been here ever since I was a teenager. Me and Matilda have only been waitresses here for years, but we've had a compromising new trainee working here since the spring. She points out the window, blonde girl girl around Mabel's age is shooing a raccoon away from the diner's trash cans. Lazy Susan puts her hands on her hips with pride. We started her out small. Woodpeckers next. Well, I better get back to work. It was nice to meet you, Vuruu. Enjoy your breakfast. And you do. Digging back into your breakfast with gusto. Until your meal is again interrupted, this time by the buzzing of your phone from inside your pocket. Huh. It's a call from a number you don't recognize. Pick it up. Maybe this one won't be from a telemarketer. Hello? It's Vuruu? Wait, Stan? Yeah, it's me. Look, I got a surprise waiting for you back at the shack. Think you can get back over here from wherever you are? The surprise sounds intriguing. So you promised to be there after breakfast. It's not long until you finish up. Pay for your food and head out the door. I wonder what he has. As you approach the shack, you spot Stan already outside. Hey, I was about to call again to make sure you didn't get lost. You planned this sort of timing or what? It comes naturally. What's the thing you wanted to show me? You'll see. Just follow me. He's... Ooh! You leads you into a room in the back of the shack you remember being used mostly as storage space. Now that the furniture has been pushed aside and boxes have been stacked against the walls to make room for what looks like a boxing ring? It looks ragtag, hand-constructed, and distinctly homemade. He pulled this together just as this morning? And more than that, are you a psychic? You just had left your boxing lesson fantasy on hold in the diner. I started putting this together last night after everyone went to bed. I was admiring my new clowning again, thinking about our drive last week. And I remembered I offered to show you how I throw a better punch. Stan shrugs casual as he hadn't already put loads of work into what he's prepared for you. So what'd you think? Ready to learn how to hit? Yes, absolutely. Whoa, someone's eager. He grins as though relieved, and it's like a weight came off his shoulders. Did you think you might have said no? Well, here. From his pocket, he pulls a roll of what looks like gauze tape. Before we do anything, we gotta wrap your hand properly. You could get hurt otherwise. He takes one of your hands in his, looping the tape around your thumb, winding it around your wrist, and then up to your hand, wrapping it snugly. He pulls the tape through your fingers as they rest on his palm. His hand warm, the warmth seeping into yours as he holds it. It's faint, but you can feel the roughness of his palm, and you watch as he works, confident but careful. It shouldn't affect you as much as it does. It should feel neutral, grateful, nothing more. But when it's him, two of you are nearly face to face. The act holds an undeniable intimacy. He pulls the tape back around your thumb, then around your knuckles expertly. It just feels right. No, not tight, secure. Stan finishes the wrap at the wrist, and you watch him pull the tape towards his mouth and clutching it between his teeth. Jerks his head to sever it. The remainder is wrapped back around, snug and complete. And Stan smiles down at his work. He doesn't look up at you yet, but if he had, you would have been embarrassed by the expression that's on your face. Other hand now. You offer your underhand and starts on it. Same as before, this time you watch the eyeglass and watch the look in his eyes more. It's his focus. You find and care underneath it. You can see it in every pull and twist of the tape, as conviction to protect, to secure. Dang BDSM vibes. That's crazy. You have crazy thoughts. Okay? JB, you have very crazy thoughts. You're so lost in the sight that before you know it, he's done and looking at you again. Alright, not too tight, is it? Nope. Then let me show you how you should be standing. Standing? Is there something wrong with your posture right now? Stan starts giving some sort of explanation, but the moment he steps up to you and places a hand on the small of your back to guide you, words lose their meaning. You don't want to be too stiff, you see? He directs you, smoothing out the line of your shoulders, widening your stance. Placing guiding hands to show you how you should be positioning yourself. He is talking again, but you're more than a little distracted. And that's why we do that. Make sense? Yeah. Good. Now on to punching. I've got some personal experience with the way you hit. I already apologized for that. And it could use a lot of work. Kid, I'm telling you, I barely felt it. Here's how I direct that strength. He demonstrates, moving to your right to assume that he's the same stance he's guided you into, swinging through empty air. He does it again, slower this time, for him to explain how to shift your weight and where to start from to where to go. No, this is boxing. When it's your turn, and after a couple of swings of your own, the hands-on guidance is back. Stan's hands first resting briefly at your waist. At your waist to adjust the twist of your torso. Go next to your shoulders, nudging you to a better balance. Then he corrects the movement of your arms and his chest warm at your back as he reaches to show you how where to go. Your breath catches. Yes, there. Damn, you almost had it. Try again. Come back here and actually, I think it had something to it. Sure, we can. Vuruu, you sure want to go on? You're looking kind of red. Very red. Very red. Bro. This unexpected intimacy is a little overwhelming right now, but he's still so close to you. Especially after what you'd heard at the diner today. That whatever you have with him is obvious. It has you a little on edge. I'm fine. You put this whole room together and we haven't used it yet. We should. For that, you're gonna need these. He holds up a pair of standard, albeit a bit old, boxing gloves, handing them to you. You have some trouble putting them on. They're a little big. Hold on, let me do it. I'll listen up for ya. Yeah, that's what she said. Also, stop, stand. He takes your hand again like earlier and pulling the laces of the gloves tighter and tighter until it fits snug. That's what she said. Is that too tight? That's what she said. No. That's fine. He tightens it up and takes your other hand, cradling it in his own for a moment, before his hands move up, brushing along with your wrist, pulling the lace together, and as he does, you steal a look at his face. There's that same focus, that same care. The longer you stare, the more you feel heat rushing to your face, turning it red. How about that? It feels perfect. He looks up and his eyes lock with yours. He looks away, clearing his throat with a gruff cough. And you notice how it's his face that's fake. Cute. We should get started. It's nice to see that you weren't the only one affected. You watch Stan quickly wrap his own hands with a lingering blush on his face. He pulls a pair of fingerless gloves, next walks it into the makeshift ring. You're gonna try to land a hit on me, right? Alright? What, you're just gonna stand there and let me hit you? Stan laughs, shaking his head. You think I'd make that easy on ya, Vuruu? No, I'm gonna be hitting back. Of course, I'm not gonna let any of the hits land, but it'll stall you enough to make it a challenge. Yeah, that'll startle. What do you mean am I the only one awake? Bea is right beside me. Say hi. Say hi. It reached the red. But not all the way. Remember what I showed you. Jab, swing, and block. Putting them in action is just the next step. Boxing's pretty simple when you get down to it, but it's all in the timing. You need to know what the other person in the ring is thinking. It's like it's almost like a dance. That the other person in the ring, even though you're up against each other, they're just as much your partner as they are your opponent. Even though you're going head to head, you need to be willing to get intimate with them. Knowing the right moves at the right time and in the right place, you wind up the forming bond with your opponent. You nodded and stepped up and joining him in the ring. Where did you learn so much about boxing? Well, when we were kids, my brother and I had it a little rough. We weren't too popular with the other kids in the neighborhood, so our old man put us through boxing lessons. He wanted us to be tougher. My brother couldn't quite take it to it. Not exactly. Poindexter could ace the lessons, same as how he was good at anything he put that big old brain towards. But he quit the first chance he could. But me? What else did I have going for me? You know? If anything, I had to be tough enough to protect him, to keep us all safe. I've always got to be the tough one, and I always have been. It's hard, but sooner or later, you forget what it's like to... What the fudge? You forget what's like not to have to feel tough. So I guess you could say it gets easier. After I left home, I was on the road for a bit. Got into my fair share of trouble that followed me wherever I went. But it's fine. I was tough enough. I knew how to fight. It got me far enough, didn't it? It gotten me through all these years. And here am I, with Stan's eyes seem to glisten, but he looks away before getting himself for sure. He smiles with that big, ridiculous grin, as though to reassure you. He fixes a cough and wipes out his nose. Geez, it's so dusty back here. We might as well get started already, huh? You probably don't want to listen to me rambling all day. Like I said, timing is key. Is it the time to make that big swing? Or will they be able to block it? Sometimes it's smarter to just take a quick jab. Even if you don't hit that hard, being quick enough to wear your partner down and keeping them blocked is enough to get you there. So let's dance. Oh no. Fuck. I'm not good at these things, oh gosh. A jab is faster than a block and does 1 damage. Swing does 3 damage but is stopped by a block. If neither opponent blocks, both hits will succeed. JB, did you understand everything that I said? Which one should I do? No! Boxing! Yeah, you're goaded. Well, I need your help. Just press back if you're getting wrong. I can save. There you go, I saved. Everything. If it's wrong, press back. Jab. Jab versus jab. Slow and steady, right? This should wear him down eventually. Stan looks like he hasn't tired out anytime soon. Both of us got hit. What else? Fuck. Swing. Stan looks really sweaty. Stan's laughing by now. What? That's what she said! What? Stan panting by now, sweat shining on his forehead and collarbone. He's too old for this. Alright, I'm calling it. Hey, that was pretty good. Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. Stan laughs. It's been too long since I had a decent fight. Hey, you were great. You laughed too. The two of you lock eyes again, and there it is, that warmth, that redness. You're both covered in sweat and out of breath. You both... Even though you were both exhausted, you still pick up on a light in his eyes, an eagerness. There's something there that's waiting to break in this moment of eye contact. Breaking the silence, you decide to be the first to act this time. You know what? I think I lost the test with you sometime. Yeah, we should do this again. Definitely. I mean, but I think I really like to dance with you. In a more literal sense too. Not as opponents, but as together, you and me. You hope he feels this too, this connection, this chemistry you have. It can't just be you. Your breath is held, nervous, and it felt like time stood still in the space of that pause. That's a second later, Stan breathes in and then speaks. I like that, you know? I'd really like that. He's smiling, in a way that lights up his face you haven't seen before. You're smiling too, white and goopy, full of sheer giddiness you can't contain. There's something intoxicating about it. With that feeling running with you, through you, it's a hard fall back to earth. Hey, can you help me get these gloves off? Stan laughs, loud and free, and obliges. It's later that day, just after dinner, when you get around to telling Stan about your time at the diner. So guess I was asking, is it always like that around here? Oh, he had got his jacket back. People talking about my love life? After you survive Mabel, everyone else is small fry. There's not much to talk about in this town. So when a tourist crashes their car into the jewel of the town, at the peak of the season, that's prime material. Enough of that. Though I thought we could have some private movie night, you know, to wind down a little. I keep movies in the cabinet here. Go on, pick one. You open up to reveal stacks of VHS tapes and a few VHS tapes and a few DVDs. And what do you want to watch? Let me pick. A heart-rendering classic drama. It's an old black and white movie about a young woman whose lover has to leave the country to pursue his dreams. At the film's climax, right as he's about to get on the boat to sail off for foreign lands, the lovers kiss as violence swell. They promise not to forget each other, and he sails away, knowing they'll never see each other again. You hear sniffling. After confirming that wasn't from the TV, you realize it's coming from your left, from Stan. He's up resolutely staring at the TV with deep-set frown on his face, which eyes shine from withheld tears. Huh. Stan really is a romantic at heart. Good call, Mabel. You act like you didn't notice and continue to watch as the heroine returns to her average life, clearly no longer satisfied with mundanity. Feeling comfortable, you shift your position a bit to rest your head on Stan's shoulder. Getting sleepy? Little, but I gotta see how this ends. There's no way she's gonna go on like that. Stan chuckles before making a sound of excitement. Look, this is the best part. He said that about 3 times already, but you don't mind at all. Not too long after the film concludes, leaving exactly what the woman did in, she returned to the dock late at the night unclear. Setting up for a sequel, Stan has in his collection. The ending credits scroll across the screen and against a melancholy orchestral of accompaniment. Mm, that was a good movie. By the time the credits are over, you're sleepy enough that you can't imagine getting up from your spot. Stan seems to feel the same, but the jarring shift of the TV screen from black to loud, snowy static brings him to his feet. He grumbles, switching off the unit, but not bothering to take the tape out. You were right. That was pretty good. Of course it was, bro. Stan offers you his hands to help you out of your seat and you accept. Your eyes met for a moment, the faint glow of the table lamp catching in them before you break the silence with a laugh, smiling tiredly. Thanks for the session today. My arms are sore, she said. So I hope that it means it's working. Isn't you realize your hand is still in Stan's? And he beams at you. Oh, definitely. Well, good night then, Stan. I'll see you when he glanced at the clock. A few hours, I guess. Sure thing. Good night, Burrow. Yay! It's almost 12. I should end this stream. Okay. I think it's time for me to end the stream. I'm surprised it didn't reach 2 hours. Yes. Hmm. Ugh. Ugh. I need water. I said that 3 times last stream. I need water. Okay, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm probably gonna. I'm probably gonna. No, I can't. I can't stream tomorrow. I have practice tomorrow. I have practice tomorrow. No, actually, I can stream. I can stream around 9 once I'm out of or maybe I can stream around 5.